Alright, so briefly before we move on with the story, I decided to just quickly go and do this. If you go over here and scan them in a bit, you can find Balak Rise. There's no specific reason to come here. It's a completely optional town. The story never makes you come here, but there is a point where you might want to come here. We'll figure it out. One thing that is here, it's Martina. I looked so hard for the thing you dropped, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I'm good at finding stuff, but this village was tough. I'm sorry I couldn't find your present. That's it. Give your mom this flower here in my bag. It wasn't expensive or anything, but it's pretty, right? It'll warm her heart, I'm sure. I could give you this. If I could give you this for you to give to your mom, I'll be happy. Tell her how much you care, okay? Thanks. Martina, right? You're cool. I bet it's rough traveling all by yourself, but you're awfully nice. I'm sure you'll be able to handle anything coming at you. Oh yeah, I heard the grub at the saloon in the town under the Dragon Hill got awfully good recently. Your mom's a good cook, right? Maybe it's worth checking out. Maybe. There's a lot of stuff here. That's part of the reason to come here. There's some nice stuff to get. Seems like all the people here are like one big family. Perhaps on account of all the kids here. And also because it's very isolated. I'm guessing they don't get many visitors. Which reminds me, Roykman, how the hell did you get here? Because genuinely, there is no route here. You cannot walk here. It's up on a hill. The only way to get here for us is by dragon. Pretty sure Roykman doesn't have a dragon. Unless he's really hiding something from us. I was telling the kids about my wares when I realized how much I got used to this place. I remembered all the times I used to pester my mom begging for a little brother or sister. Doll. Who are you? Borg 9. Now then. If you remember back to the prologue chapters, this is where Clive's took place. Which means around here there is also the Poison Caverns. Which I might have a little run around and see if I can find. Just for the sake of discovery. Whether it's a road you've travelled or a place you've visited before, there are always new things to find. It's because drifters' wings are made to fly farther today than yesterday. You're always free to venture to new lands, but you'd be surprised how much awaits you nearby. Welcome back, stranger. Did you find what you were looking for? Without a destination, you're just wandering aimlessly. What, man? I want to see the future Balak Rise as an even better place to live. Good for you. Anyway, let's start off at the bar. Woof. Howdy. Customer, right? When I was a teenager, I wanted to be a scientist. Before I knew it, I had added this and mixed in that and became a bartender. Believe it or not, people often like my experimental cocktails. I lay out a theory and before I know it, I found a new discovery. I feel just like a scientist. I think I'll pass on your alcoholic experiments, thank you very much. Oh, we got something up here. The migrant seal. Speaking of, yes, I did go around the world map and find the ones that we can find with the item scope. If I remember, I'll add a link in the description, as they say. Or, I still have the page up. The guide I used was on shrines.rpgclassics.com. They have some really good guides for this. They basically show almost every secret in this thing. So I've used their guides for a lot of the things in this. And will continue to. Be careful when you're checking out the telescope up top. I remember growing up getting cussed out after he got caught spying on something he shouldn't have. What does that sign say? War drums? Oh, war drums. That that makes more sense than war proms. I'm guessing you're our arms master of the town. Welcome to War Drums. We handle everything mechanical, from cuckoo clocks to heavy ordnance. Arms are made from the fossils of dragons and lie somewhere between machines and the living. Hey, I know I'm just a small-time armsmith. What I don't know is whether the arms will activate when people melt their minds with them. Have you ever thought it was strange? I know each person has his gift, but how come we can do that? And how do you do it? Like the legends say, if dragons are the last of the demon's weapons, then arms are their current ones. Okay. That was a fun voice. Anyway. A mini carrot. Basically the main reason I came here was for the migrant seal. Everything else is just extra. And if you use the jump boots to get up that, I think. Yes, you do need the jump boots. This one. Another mini carrot. You can jump down from there. Yeah, this place is a little bit confusing to navigate. A grab bag, which is barely any experience, but packed with experience. Yeah, like 200 or something. Now the bird can't do anything with. Yeah, there's a telescope. Don't think we can do anything with a telescope just yet, but this is the thing that will be useful later. Maybe. It's one of those times where you have to find something that the story wants you to find, and you can just go there if you know where it is. And this just tells you where it is. Yeah, you can literally go through the whole story and just never find this place. Hi there. I completely forgot about taking down the spyglass today too. I just remember the time my son was peering through his spyglass and discovered a crater far to the north. He was ecstatic. But somehow I always forget to put his spyglass away. A crater to the north. I wonder if that's the dragon crater. The home I never knew. If our ancestors really set foot on this world from a skyfaring ship, what made them choose this one? Skyfaring ship is one that crosses the Sea of Stars. Hey, that's a good game too. Our ancestors were visitors from one of the planets we see when we look up into the night sky. This planet is not our true home. What kind of world was our true home then? It must have been a utopia with order, security and technology to navigate the stars. I mean, if it was a utopia, we wouldn't have needed to leave, so... I'm guessing it wasn't that great. Perhaps the teachings of the Order of the Ark of Destiny seek a utopia like that. As my ancestors reached out to this world, I must reach out to the world they left behind. That is an interesting thought. I wonder what's going on our old home world now. Alright. I think this is the only way to get into this building down here. Oh wait, no. There is stairs. I just took the more complicated way up. And the last treasure is just the bird. Books, bottles and pens and pencils lit to the top of the candy-covered table. Candy-coloured. I don't get it. All they gotta do is put their stuff back where it belongs. the gunslinger. The crimson arm. One shot is all it needs. The pioneer drifter of legend, Alan Smithy, coined that famous phrase. Some say he lived 3 centuries past, others say 5. No written records of his life survived. People call him the gunslinger, thanks to his sharpshooting skills and limitless energy. But even as a drifter as famous as he remains shrouded in mystery, with many unproven tales credited to him. His death, like his life, is also shrouded in mystery. Some say he went to settle the new continent. Others say he went to slay a beast lord but never returned. Alan Smithy was loved, honored by all who traversed a wasteland. The gunslinger will never return, but we await the coming of another hero to this very day. Yeah, Alan Smithy's an interesting character. He's only ever shown in, like, the background stuff with, like, the signs on the overworld. Genuinely, he never appears in this entire world. Which I just think is fascinating. Oh, let's just lose back around to there. Alright then, well, our business here is done. That's all I wanted to do here. And I think it's time to actually progress with the story. For a little bit at least. Because there is some other optional stuff we can do now, but they start getting a little bit trickier now. We're a little bit more time consuming, and it's just probably better to wait until we're a little later in. But anyway, we're looking for this. I thought that was it right then, but no. Annoyingly, I did see it when we were, when I was, speaking of, it's right here. When I was flying around and doing some other side stuff. I thought I was going to have trouble finding it, but no, it's right here. If you look at the islands, there's the big 2 over there, and the little one there. And there it is, right here. The little flash of light there was it had to move Lombardia out of the way because I accidentally landed on top of the ruins of dreams. So this is where Clive first came in contact with the device. Clive? Oh, forgive me. I was lost in my thoughts for a moment, but I'm alright now. Are you sure? Thank you, I am fine. This ruin has long been abandoned, but the security mechanisms may still be active. We must take precautions. Let's get started. Oh, another one of these. Oh, and because of all those migrant seals I picked up, our encounter gauge is now above level. So we can just avoid encounters for free. This planet will transform. I have deciphered the words of Siegfried. It is planetary recreation. I believe the planet is not evolving, but transubstantiating its very existence. You feel guy is changing into something else? Is that possible? Starting with the Yggdrasil system, the endless environmental rejuvenation this planet has undergone is actually, in a broad sense, planetary recreation. And this planet here was one of those environmental facilities. This place here was one of the environmental facilities designed to rejuvenate Filgaia. Just like Yggdrasil. Much smaller in terms of scale or level, this place is where the impossible dream of rejuvenating Filgaia still sleeps. Let's press on further. We're gonna get some story. Dang it. Alright, and the enemies here are kind of a joke as well. Nothing really to worry about. Just go out above the... Really? As I was saying, just go out above the lasers. There it is. Blow up the laser generators. Lovely. This way. There's a fence on this side. Potionberry. Oh. Didn't really consider that. Oh, wait a minute. This one tricked me for a second. Use the boots to jump up to that. I forgot about that use case for the boots. There we are. Yeah, the puzzles get a little bit trickier as you go along. Just a little. Headbutt the button to open the door. Brilliant. This facility incubated a machine designed to control a planetary environment. You mean that big thing? You're half correct. It is a molecule-sized machine created from this big plant. It's called the nanomachines, son. The nanomachine? Could that be the thing that almost killed me? Yes, that exact thing, yes. It is believed to have the same properties as the nanomachine that was injected into your body. As a matter of fact, I did not know about the existence of the nanomachine until I met your father. To this day, I still do not have the full understanding of it. Well, basically, it's a machine that is very small. That's all you need to know, really. This nanomachine is meant to control the environment of Filgaia, right? What does this have to do with the ones that have been affected my body? If this planet is likened to a single life form, then there are parts that make up the living organism through the reading is difficult. Then there are parts that make up the living organism, though the scale may be small. Dad! Is my theory a little out of the ordinary? No, you're alright. I think you have an open-minded way of thinking. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a pleasant theory. In other words, nanomachines embedded within the body are programmed to rewrite the structure of living organisms. Everything would be okay if this is prompting the rejuvenation of the environment, but an unseen enemy is misusing the lost technology. It is believed that this enemy is using the nanomachine to devour and destroy the environment and to change it into something completely different. It is like a cancer of the planet, where the cancer cell is actually the cell of demons. So the life force is being wiped out by the demon cells? Which means... Janus! Janus Cascade. And the three prophets. Yes, we are witnessing the destruction of a life force by the hands of demons. This planet will transform. Perhaps this means that the planet is being demonized. The birth of a colossal demon on a planetary level. A demonized planet Vilgaia. We can't let that happen. We have to stop this blue menace. Not the best nickname for it. But the Guardians warned us about, or else we'll lose everything. Even Shane dreamt about this too. My Professor Liesberg is just up ahead. Would you mind coming along? I would like to go and pay my respects. And Warner's just here now. Dang it. Wow, easy. Let me get the amulet. Status guard. Genuinely, that is just a good ability to have. Oh my goodness, synergies. So, when she gets on critical health, she goes into SOS guard and starts restoring HP. Then if I also give her status guard, that means whenever she's on low health, she's also immune to status effects. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Get to love charm. That just makes sense to me. Yeah, so we got. Though we do still have the problem of is that can I add a skill points? We could take a bunch of stuff off the status stuff because we don't need those at the moment. So put that into status guard. Put some into SOS FP boost. So when she gets on low health, she also just gets a boost to FP. And consider my strategy of playing with Valiant and getting everyone onto low health. This actually is a pretty viable strategy. I'm going to take a little bit off that. Just put 2 into that. Let's sort of stay into poison ward. That'll do. Yeah, we actually have a pretty good strategy going there. Another name tag and a carrot. Do we need the... Yeah, sure, why not? Alrighty. God dang. Yeah, I don't know why we're getting so many ambushes. I swear, in this dungeon we've had more ambushes than actual normal encounters. Anyway. A Gaimel coin. Usually that means we're about to get into a boss fight. Okay, so we jump up. So jump up here and then land on it. Alright. Oh no! Oh. scared me there. The nanomachine technology is also wisdom from Hyades. By possessing the micro-machine colony, the bodily structure of the organism can be rewritten on a cellular level. Considering the infinite cell counts of humans, this would be the ideal system. But this is precisely why there is some doubt. There is no trace of the demons using nanomachines on any organisms of this planet. Why did the demons fabricate nanomachines into something so highly advanced and sophisticated? I think I've gone off on a tangent. Hyades is a fountain of lost knowledge. The Council of Seven did their best to try and solve its mystery. This plant here is one of the lab facilities that the previous council left behind generations ago. This was considered to be one of the lab facilities, even with its size. The recreation of the planetary environment requires massive amounts of energy. The standards of this facility most likely could not supply the required amount. Fact is, the Yggdrasil system and most of its functions are devoted to producing and amplifying energy. What if, for example, we operate this generator beyond its maximum capacity? It will cause the system to go haywire just like Yggdrasil and probably explode and kill us all. Any further questions? So the Yggdrasil accident was caused by the generator malfunctioning? Accident? Not really. The Yggdrasil system's malfunction was a direct result of Duran. Duran? Maybe. The control administrator who pushed the system well beyond its limits. He just inputted the wrong digits. No! That's not what happened. Then why did you say it was? It was inside Yggdrasil's archive data. The Yggdrasil system was secretly pre-programmed to go haywire. None of the council members knew about it. The program was hidden. Hidden files. It was a virus! It wasn't a mistake. Duran was laughing at the time. But why? For what reason? So you were searching for the truth, Dad? I could easily carry on as if it were an accident, but I am one of the very people responsible for the Yggdrasil tragedy. I must atone for my sins. Also, side note, did you hear the creepy little laugh there? Remember that for later. But for now, we've got a boss to take out. We're actually running out of lucky cards. That is unfortunate. Oh, and that's our last yellow card as well. Oh no. Yes, here's Humbaba. Just a lovely looking thing, isn't it? Just absolutely delightful. Anyway. Forgot to analyze it. Hopefully that does some damage to us. Otherwise I probably should have used Hyper instead. Weak to all elements. What's the catch? Okay, so we haven't looked at this guy's abilities yet. Or the new spells with the last Guardian we got. Arc Impulse binds your team's power together for a non-elemental attack. Don't remember what that does. This, though, endows physical attacks with elemental properties. That could be pretty good. Removes the turn limit on Arcana effects, though. That also would be good to have on Gallows, so you could extension it. But that's still really good to have on anyone, really. Because you could essentially make Valiant and Hyper last forever. and turns the target into a bomb. Its HP is converted into damage. I don't think I've ever found a use for that, 'cause it's kind of like an instant death thing, but it doesn't usually work, I think. It also costs a lot, so... Yeah, with attachment, we can only use Earth Elemental, because that's all he has, so... Attachment is useful if you set up for it. If you, like, rearrange your stuff to set up your team for it specifically. We probably won't be taking advantage of it, but... Hey ho. Let's try out Arc Impulse, just for the fun of it. Oh. No idea what that does. I remember this fight has some gimmick to it, but I don't actually remember what it is. That's what it is. He could instant death you. Phenomenal. Luckily Virginia does have protection against it. This should be a good shot at least. Oh! Man, imagine if that crit. Jesus. No, he's going to instant death again, it looks like. I wonder if Guard protects against it. With our status guard abilities. Because, like, the way Virginia handles it with her ability, it really is just protection against the fall and status effect. Didn't have it at max though. That's the problem. Also, counterattack doesn't seem to trigger too often, does it? I completely forgot I even had that. Where is Gallows getting his protection from? Maybe focus, I don't know. Yeah, we do have a bit of an issue. Gotta revive Virginia quickly. Luckily, I did so much at the garden that we just have so many items now, so... We're fine to use a few. Oh, got it. Yeah, that was a little bit annoying. There's ways of getting more instant death protection by this point, but I guess I just missed it all. On the bright side, it's a lot of rewards. Monster and Monster have made the abandoned laboratory its home. I think I just heard someone laughing. A girl. I wonder who that could be. We're not going to get an answer to that for a while. First we go back here. We get a grab bag. Yay. Also way back down to where we were earlier. Ow.